I woke up in the body of a novel's resident simp, and the first thing I saw was the exact scene where he offers to pay for the female lead's college tuition. Logan, do I need to spell it out for you? I told you, Chloe Miller, will never like you. It's never going to happen. Do you think money makes you hot shit? Because we're not impressed. A ghostly stream of text scrolled across my vision. Here we go. The classic scene. The rich simp gets brutally shot down by the main girl again. You tell him, Chloe. She's not selling out to some trust fund, baby. Logan is so cringe. Why does he have to hand her the card in person? It's a total power move, designed to humiliate her. Exactly. And it's perfectly set up to make the real hero misunderstand everything. Logan's such a snake. Just give her the damn card and get lost. Logan, don't hold up the real love story. I frowned as a flood of memories, not my own, poured into my brain. The original Logan had been obsessed with Chloe for 6 years, footing her bills for every single one of them. He'd even paid for her childhood friend, the actual male lead of the story, just to stay in her good graces. The two of them graduated, used Logan's money to launch a successful startup, and lived happily ever after. The original Logan, heartbroken and alone, drank himself into an early grave. Turns out simping doesn't get you a damn thing. Snapping back to the present, I looked at the pair standing before me, Chloe Miller and Ryan Peterson. Ryan stepped forward, his voice shaking with performative anger. Logan, all you have is your dirty money. You're trying to insult us. Take your cash and get the hell out of here. Fine. I nodded with a pleasant smile. As you wish. I'm officially cutting off all financial support. Chloe froze. Her eyes widened in disbelief. Ryan's face went pale. The live feed exploded. Whoa, hold up. That's not in the script. What happened to the simp in chief? He knows she's broke. He's threatening her. He's trying to force her to be his girlfriend. He's a monster. See? I knew he was a villain. This is pure evil. Stick to your role. Dude, you're the simp. Don't go off script and mess things up. If he doesn't pay for her tuition, how is she going to afford it? Don't worry. They're developing that app. Once they sell it, they'll be loaded. Then they can rub it in Logan's stupid face. The comments were almost universally against me. I couldn't have cared less. I had more money than I knew what to do with. Why would I waste it on this self-righteous girl when I could be enjoying it myself? This whole simp gig. Someone else can have it. Chloe finally found her voice, taking an involuntary step closer. Logan, what did you just say? The corner of my mouth turned up. I said, I'm done paying for you. I held up the credit card. I'd rather light this on fire than give it to you. You said my support was an insult, right? So, go earn it yourself. Have fun working at Starbucks. Chloe and Ryan came from similar backgrounds. Both had gambling addict fathers who'd skipped town on their debts, and mothers who'd worked themselves sick in dead-end jobs. Both had younger siblings to support. Their shared struggle was the foundation of their bond. Every time the original Logan had asked Chloe out, she'd brought Ryan along, and Logan would pick up the tab for everything. He was their personal ATM. Even the financial aid was a charade. She'd always make a big show of refusing it, but her hand was always out to take the money. Then she'd complain to everyone else that Logan had forced it on her, that she never wanted it. What a pair of world-class leeches. Ryan, seeing Chloe's stunned silence, squared his jaw and stood in front of her. Logan, he snarled. You're just saying this to pressure Chloe into being your girlfriend, aren't you? His logic was so dumb it was almost funny. You're giving me way too much credit. We're not even in the same universe, I said, pausing for effect. Actually, I think you two are a perfect match. A real power couple. The comment feed went wild again. That was harsh. He's clearly looking down on them because they're poor. What is happening to the plot? This is not how it's supposed to go. Is he really giving up on her? No, you have to be a proper simp. It's your destiny. If he's not simping for her, how is the main couple's relationship supposed to grow stronger? Ryan hadn't expected that. His expression flickered through a half-dozen emotions. Beside him, Chloe was staring at me, and I could clearly see the panic in her eyes. I looked at them, my expression dripping with condescension. Anything else you two would like to say? Ryan shot a quick glance at Chloe before turning back to me. Logan, you said you loved Chloe. Is this what you call love? I laughed. A cold, sharp sound. Does loving you mean I'm supposed to be your personal bank? You felt my money was insulting, right? So why the long face now? Scared you'll have to get a real job. If I gave my money to a homeless guy on the street, at least I'd get a thank you. Giving it to two ungrateful parasites like you is just a waste. Chloe tugged on Ryan's arm. Just drop it. Her expression shifted, as if an idea had just struck her. She lifted her chin, her old arrogance returning. Logan, do you swear you'll never bother me again? She still thought I was bluffing, that this was some kind of elaborate hard-to-get tactic. I scoffed internally. What the hell did the original Logan ever see in her? He must have been blind. Without a moment's hesitation, I raised my right hand. I, Logan Vance, swear that I have no romantic feelings for Chloe Miller and will never bother her again for the rest of my life. If I break this oath, may I drop dead on the spot. I smiled at her. How's that? You believe me now? Chloe swayed on her feet, her face as white as a sheet. The live feed went into total meltdown. YSHIT. He actually swore and the entire plot is about to collapse. LMAO. If the simp stops simping, the story literally can't move forward. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm starting to like this. Logan looked so badass making that oath. And look at their faces. Priceless. It took Chloe a long moment to compose herself, but she finally managed to put her mask of superiority back on. Fine. Since you swore on it, I hope you don't regret this. We're done. With that, she turned, grabbing Ryan's arm. Let's go. Who needs his stupid money anyway? She still thought I was the old Logan, the pathetic doormat who'd come crawling back. Too bad for her. I'm not. As they started to walk away, I called out, hang on a second. The comments immediately flared to life. Ha ha ha. He's cracking. I knew a simp couldn't change his stripes. All that big talk a minute ago, and he can't even last 3 seconds. I really overestimated him. Crush him, Chloe and Ryan. Make him pay. Logan needs to get on his knees, apologize, and offer her $1 million. Then maybe Chloe can forgive his little tantrum. Chloe and Ryan stopped and turned, looking smug. Ryan, in particular, had a look of triumph and disdain practically oozing from him. I spoke slowly, deliberately. If you don't want anything to do with me, that's fine. But I'll need you to return the ring and the bracelet you're wearing. They don't really suit you anymore. Chloe's expression turned ugly. Logan, what are you talking about? You don't ask for gifts back. As she spoke, she unconsciously moved her hands behind her back. She knew exactly what that jewelry was worth. Even pawned, it would fetch tens of thousands. Of course she didn't want to give it back. I stared her down. You're the one who said you wanted nothing to do with me. So why are you still holding on to my things? My face hardened. Or do you just want to have it both ways? Play the virtuous victim while keeping the expensive gifts. Let me be clear. I added, my voice dropping. This isn't a negotiation. Chloe looked flustered, opening and closing her mouth without a sound. The comment feed lit up again. Okay. I'm kinda on Logan's side now. He's got a point. She just wants the perks without the person. The sound of that entitlement is deafening. But asking for gifts back is so classless. He's rich, he doesn't need the money. It makes him look petty. I agree. She didn't steal them. He gave them to her willingly. She shouldn't give them back. Yeah, don't do it. Is he really going to sue her over it? What a loser. A few rare comments were defending me, but they were quickly drowned out by the main character's stands. I took a step forward. Or maybe, I said, my voice low and dangerous. You just see me as some pathetic pushover you can walk all over? My intensity seemed to scare her. She stammered. Ryan wasn't having it. The great Logan Vance, heir to a fortune, and you're bullying a woman? You don't ask for gifts back. That's just basic decency. You gave them to her. She didn't steal them. Chloe shot a quick, grateful look at Ryan, visibly relaxing. The comments were practically shooting off pink heart emojis. I ship it. The hero appears, defending his woman. Protect our queen from that scumbag Logan. After this drama, their bond is going to be stronger than ever. Yay! I honestly didn't get the logic of the live feed. What made them think Ryan stood a chance against me? I glanced at him. What are you to her? A friend. Just a friend? Then how do you know I didn't attach conditions to those gifts when I gave them to her? Ryan was speechless. I looked him up and down, then let out a cold laugh. That outfit you're wearing, I bet you bought it with my money, didn't you? You were acting so high and mighty a minute ago. I guess you should take that off and give it back, too. Where else would he get the cash for designer clothes? He was living off the original Logan's dime. Ryan's face flushed a deep crimson that spread all the way down his neck. I smirked. What's wrong? Did I tell you that one was a freebie? The feed exploded. Okay, he has a point. They look down on him but have no problem taking his stuff. That's kind of messed up. Shut up, you. We're Team Chloe and Ryan for life. Logan is such a bully, using his family's money to push people around. See, he was never a good person. I feel so bad for the main couple. Chloe's eyes welled up. Logan, you're going too far. I held up my hands. Don't like it? Sue me. Gasp. My bluntness left her speechless. She glared at me. Fine. Take your stupid stuff. I don't want it anyway. She ripped the ring and bracelet off and threw them at me. Ryan clearly wanted to stop her but wasn't fast enough. I caught them easily, then pointed a finger at Ryan. Your turn. Ryan's face cycled between red and white, but he stood his ground, frozen. Seeing this, I made a generous offer. You know what? Kneel and call me Daddy, and maybe I'll let you keep it. After all, I only spend money on my sons. The rage in Ryan's eyes was practically volcanic, but he was powerless. In the end, humiliated, he started taking off the jacket. He glared at me defiantly. Logan, don't count me out just because I'm broke. I waited until he'd thrown the jacket on the ground, then stepped on it, grinding my heel in. In my eyes, you're just like this jacket, forever under my boot. Ryan looked like he'd just eaten a plate of shit. Chloe started to say something, but she met my icy gaze and clamped her mouth shut. Without giving them another look, I turned and walked away, feeling better than I had all day. The plot has gone completely off the rails. Can it even be saved? Rise up, main couple. Get your revenge on Logan. Am I the only one wondering how they're going to pay their rent now? The debit card I was going to give Chloe had $50,000 on it. More than enough to cover her and Ryan's tuition and living expenses for the year. Giving it to her would have just bought me more grief. Instead, I had my dad add a little to it and went on a shopping spree. First stop, a brand new Rolls-Royce, paid in full. Thinking about all the money the original Logan had spent on Chloe made me sick. He supported Chloe, and Chloe supported Ryan. Judging by Ryan's spending habits, you'd never guess he was a scholarship kid. He lived like a trust fund baby himself. And the original Logan? To get closer to Chloe, to seem more relatable. He'd stopped wearing designer clothes and started dressing in cheap brands. He ate in the dining hall instead of fine restaurants. He rode a crappy old bike to campus instead of having the family driver take him. The depths of his simping were pathetic, tragic, even. After buying myself a new wardrobe, I drove my new car back to campus. The comment feed went into a frenzy. A wild sugar daddy appears. Sir, are you accepting applications for a loyal sidekick? Ugh. Rich people are so predictable. Showing off with a fancy car. Big deal. Wait, is he going to give the car to Chloe? I mean, he simped for her for years. He can't be over her that fast. Ooh, this could be interesting. On my way back, of all the rotten luck, the first people I ran into after getting out of my car were Chloe and Ryan. Fucking fantastic. Ryan's eyes were practically burning with jealousy when he saw the rolls. He wasn't wearing the designer clothes anymore, just his own faded, washed-out sweats. Logan, you did this on purpose, didn't you? He accused. The second you cut Chloe off, you go out and buy this car. Your so-called love for her was a complete joke. His voice was dripping with acid. As he spoke, he kept glancing at Chloe, watching her reaction. Chloe's lips trembled, her voice a little shaky. Logan, do you hate me this much? Are you trying to humiliate me? Lady, who the hell do you think you are? Get over yourself. I'd had enough. Time to go scorched earth. You two aren't just broke, you're stupid, I said, my voice dripping with contempt. I live in a penthouse in the city that's bigger than your entire apartment building. I have a personal staff of 8, a chef, a driver, housekeepers. My monthly allowance is in the 6 figures. Not to mention the millions I get in corporate dividends every year. Is this the first time you're realizing I'm rich? Did you think I was faking it? I leaned against my car. Don't be too jealous. I just won the genetic lottery. You two can just stay mad about it for the rest of your lives. The live feed went ballistic. He's right. If being rich is a crime, then I want to be a repeat offender. You know, since the plot broke, Chloe and Ryan are starting to look like a couple of clowns. Logan clearly wants nothing to do with them, but they keep seeking him out just to get slapped down. They're practically asking for it. I'm switching sides. From now on, I'm Team Logan. Count me in. Team Logan. Me too. Am I the only one still rooting for the main couple? Yep, you're the only one. You're a shining beacon of idiocy in a sea of reason. The tide of public opinion had turned. The majority was actually on my side now. But who cares? I looked at Chloe's pale, strained face. Liking you was the dumbest mistake of my life. I must have been blind. Do us both a favor and stay the hell away from me. Or I swear, I'll fold you in half like a flip phone and sell you for parts on eBay. After tearing into that pathetic duo, I drove home. I figured it was time to actually enjoy the life of being waited on hand and foot. My new, awesome life was just beginning. A few days passed. I was lounging by the pool at my family's estate when the ghostly comment feed flickered back to life. Without Logan's money, the main couple can't even pay their tuition. Chloe is so pitiful. She's working 3 jobs, running herself ragged. Ryan wanted to buy a new phone, but he couldn't even scrape together $300 between Venmo, Apple Pay, and his debit card. Tuition is a lost cause. Didn't they develop an app? Once they sell that, they'll be rich. Yeah, but I remember the original story. Logan was supposed to beg his dad to buy it. Now that he hates Chloe, he wouldn't buy it for $1. Well, they're screwed. There goes their startup capital. I took a lazy sip of my iced coffee. Serves them right. Let them choke on their pride. I didn't expect to be ambushed by Ryan the next day when I went back to campus. He looked frantic, his voice filled with righteous indignation. Logan, how could you cut Chloe off like that? Do you have any idea what she's going through? She's working multiple jobs just to make tuition. If her grades slip because of this, can you even live with yourself? I was genuinely stunned by his sheer stupidity. How was any of that my problem? They had the nerve to want someone's money while simultaneously looking down on them, then blame the person when the money tap was turned off. The audacity, the gall, the unmitigated cheek. I shrugged. Am I her dad? Whether she studies or works at McDonald's has nothing to do with me. You two were so proud when you rejected my help. Now that you're broke, it's a life or death crisis. Honestly, hearing that you're miserable just makes my day. Please, tell me more. The feed exploded again. Logan's comebacks are pure gold. He roasts people so beautifully. Ha ha ha. Ryan's face is just a cocktail of confusion and rage right now. This is the kind of beatdown I live for. So satisfying. Ryan was completely thrown by my response. He stammered for a second, then fell back on the logic of the professionally helpless. The money you spend on a car could support a dozen people for a lifetime. What's wrong with helping out students who need it? Are you really that selfish? Don't you have any compassion for your classmates? I was done being patient. Without warning, I kicked him hard in the knee, sending him sprawling to the ground. Which mental asylum left its doors unlocked and let you wander out? You want money? Go earn it. Get a job. Panhandle. Sell a kidney for all I care. Your body's got parts you can sell. And get over your entitlement. You have no claim on other people's money. The live feed went crazy. He's not wrong. Yeah, if you're broke, you work, you apply for student loans. You don't try to guilt trip your rich classmate into being your personal ATM. So shameless. Look, here comes Chloe. Right on cue, Chloe appeared. The moment Ryan saw her, it was like his savior had arrived. He scrambled to his feet and ran to her, whining. Chloe, I was just asking Logan to help you out. And he refused. He even hit me. Chloe frowned, looking exhausted. Did I ask you to come here? Ryan stopped dead, his face a mask of disbelief. I was doing this for you. Her expression hardened. For me? She shot back. When he was paying for my tuition, he was paying for you too. You were spending money like it grew on trees. You know damn well what kind of life you were living. Now you're saying this is for me? Do you even believe that yourself? Ryan was shocked and furious. How? How can you say that to me? Chloe shoved him away, her voice sharp with frustration. Let's not be friends anymore. You're a huge disappointment. If it wasn't for you, Logan would still be helping me. The reason I'm in this mess is all your fault. Ryan was completely dumbfounded. So was the comment feed. WTF, WTF, WTF. Am I seeing things? Did the main couple just break up? It makes sense, I guess. Anyone working 5 part-time jobs would be in a terrible mood. Is Chloe finally waking up? This is Logan's chance. Go, Logan, go. All you have to do is offer her a hand now, and she'll be yours. Is the simp's redemption arc finally here? I rolled my eyes at the comments. There are millions of women in the world. Why would I ever circle back to her? Just then, Chloe turned to look at me, her voice choked with emotion. Logan, do you still like me? I immediately took 3 large steps backward. Nope, I said, my face a mask of disgust. Not at all. Stay away from me. Don't even breathe in my direction. With that, I turned and walked away as fast as I could. I wasn't about to get tangled up with her again. My wallet was officially a protected species. The next morning, my phone rang. The caller ID read, Sophia Rossi, a friend of the original Logan. Their families were close old money, but they drifted apart when Logan went full simp for Chloe. I answered cautiously. Sophia's voice was buzzing with excitement. Logan, I heard you're done with Chloe Miller. Is it true you totally told her off? Before I could answer, she barreled on. You finally came to your senses. That girl was using your money, looking down on you, gaslighting you. I tried to warn you, and you almost ended our friendship over it. She had you completely brainwashed. I was quiet for a moment. After all, I wasn't the one who'd done all that. What's up? I asked. Tonight, 8 o'clock, the usual spot. A few of us from the old crew are getting together. After we hung up, the comments started scrolling again. Wait, isn't this girl the female side character? The one who avenges Logan after he dies alone and miserable. The main couple is broken. Could we get a side character XX simp romance? She's from a good family. She's gorgeous. She's got a great personality. She and Logan are perfect for each other. I'm officially captain of this ship. When I got to the upscale lounge that night, Sophia was ecstatic. She kept pulling me over for drinks. Thank God, she slurred happily. You finally opened your eyes. I just smiled and clinked my glass against hers. Her eyes curved into crescents as she grinned. Her cheeks flushed. She leaned in close and whispered, So you really don't like Chloe anymore? I glanced at her. She quickly looked away, pretending to be busy fixing her hair. It was kind of amusing. Sophia had a massive crush on the original Logan, but he'd been completely oblivious. His world revolved around Chloe, and he and Sophia had a huge fight over it. But even after all that, when he died, she was the one who went after Chloe and Ryan, the one who helped take care of his grieving parents. She came from the same world as him. Frankly, she seemed like perfect wife material. I nodded. Yeah, I'm done. Sophia bit her lip, inching closer to me on the leather couch, her eyes shining. Then, can I? Before she could finish her sentence, a hand shot out and yanked her off the couch. Who the hell? Sophia snapped. Annoyed. When she saw who it was, her brow furrowed. Oh, it's you. Chloe Miller's face was a twisted mask of fury. She was staring daggers at me, her entire body trembling. The comment feed went wild. Main girl versus side girl. The ultimate showdown is here. A classic love triangle. Will Logan go back to his old ways? This is the drama I live for. Chloe took a deep breath, her voice laced with a strange sort of victimhood. Logan, I need to talk to you. As she spoke, she reached for my hand, pulled it away. I kept my voice cold. Say what you need to say, but keep your hands to yourself. Chloe looked wounded. Logan, you never used to be like this. Do you hate me that much now? You won't even let me touch you. Was everything you did for me before? Was it all a lie? Her eyes were red-rimmed, her voice cracking, as if I'd done something terrible to her. She didn't even give me a chance to respond. Steamrolling ahead. You're drinking with her just to make me jealous, aren't you? And when you said you'd stop paying for me, you didn't really mean it, did you? Okay, Logan, you win. I'll admit it. You won. I'll give you a chance. You can be my boyfriend. We can go back to how things were. I cut her off. How things were. You mean with me as your personal doormat? Let me make this crystal clear for you one last time. I don't like you. I want nothing to do with you. You only want me now because you're out of options. But guess what? I'm not interested. Get it? Chloe's face went chalk white. Tears of regret filled her eyes. No, she pleaded desperately. It shouldn't be like this. You spent years simping for me. You can't just stop. I can choose not to like you, but you're not allowed to stop liking me. The comment feed short-circuited. Please dispose of the female lead in a non-recyclable trash receptacle. Thank you. Did a human being actually just say those words? I feel so bad for what the old Logan went through. So glad he's free of this psycho. Her logic was so warped it shattered my understanding of human decency. I wanted to hit her. And so I did. Slap. The sound echoed in the lounge. Chloe's head snapped to the side. She clutched her cheek, staring at me in utter disbelief. I spoke, my voice low and even. I don't make a habit of hitting women. You're the first. You spent years trampling on someone's feelings, and now you're trying to trample on their boundaries. You earned this. You want to have everything your way, but you're going to end up with nothing. From the side, Sophia chimed in. Well said. I have never seen someone so shameless. Her gaze flickered past Chloe for a second, and she raised an eyebrow before turning her attention back. Chloe, I thought you were in love with Ryan? You two were inseparable. Why the sudden change of heart? Chloe shrieked. I don't love him. I hate him. You hate me, Chloe? A new voice cut in. Ryan Peterson was walking toward us from across the room, his expression murderous. The comments went into a frenzy. Another one joins the fray. This is getting good. Sophia totally saw Ryan coming and asked that question on purpose. Queen. Don't fight, you guys. Don't fight. Is secretly grabbing popcorn. If you hadn't been whispering in my ear all the time, Logan and I would never have ended up like this. Chloe spat at him. Whispering in your ear? Ryan laughed. A bitter, broken sound. You never gave him the time of day. How hard do you think I had to work? You were the one who was insecure. You were terrified he was just playing you. So you kept me around as a buffer, to make him jealous, to keep him on the hook, to make him keep groveling at your feet. Ryan's eyes turned bloodshot, a vein throbbing in his forehead. So what did that make me? What was I to you in all this? His savage expression terrified Chloe. She stumbled back. I only ever saw you as a friend. Hearing that, Ryan's head snapped toward me. Logan, you're so damn rich. Why did you have to cut us off? This is all your fault. We're like this because of you. Why does she still choose you in the end? He stalked toward me, his voice rising to a roar. Why do you get to have everything, while I have nothing? He was getting closer, one of his hands hidden behind his back. A prickle of unease ran down my spine. I started to move. Go to hell. Ryan screamed. He lunged, a knife suddenly in his hand. The blade glinted under the bar lights as he thrust it toward me. His face was a mask of insanity. He'd completely lost it. Logan, I'll make you lose everything. I'll make Chloe regret this for the rest of her life. The distance between us vanished in an instant. Sophia screamed, and in a surge of adrenaline, she threw herself in front of me. The blade plunged into her back with a sickening sound. Dark red blood bloomed on her dress. I was stunned. With all my strength, I kicked Ryan, sending him flying backward. Security guards swarmed in, pinning him to the floor. Thank God. You're okay, Sophia whispered, collapsing against me, her face pale with pain. Ryan was still screaming from the floor. Why? Why does everyone choose him? I scooped Sophia into my arms. As I passed him, I looked down and said coldly, Ryan, with my resources, I'm going to make your life a living hell in prison. Look forward to it. Ryan's face contorted in terror. Chloe was frozen in place, shaking like a leaf. Logan, I'm sorry. I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I didn't even look back. I rushed Sophia out of the bar and straight to the hospital. The comment feed was blank for a second before slowly populating. Well, that's the first protagonist I've seen who's heading straight to Supermax. Hello, darkness, my old friend. On another note, Sophia is a badass. Taking a knife for him? That's true love. That look Logan gave Chloe. Something tells me he's not going to let her off easy. Sophia was rushed into emergency surgery. She didn't wake up until the next day. I walked into her private room and saw her lying there, looking weak and frail. It was a complicated feeling. Her face was pale, but she managed a weak smile. Logan, I'm so glad you're okay. I sat down next to her bed. Why did you do that? Why did you jump in front of me? That knife was aimed at my throat. If Sophia hadn't blocked it, I might be dead. She winked, then said with surprising seriousness, because I'm a person who keeps their promises. Okay? I was taken aback. She continued, you don't remember? When we were kids, I was small and everyone used to pick on me. You were the only one who ever stood up for me. I decided back then that when I grew up and got strong enough, I would protect you. A bright, genuine smile spread across her face. And I did it. A warmth spread through my chest. I reached out and gently stroked her hair. Yeah, you did it. Sophia's face immediately turned bright red. The other night, I didn't get to finish what I was saying. When I get out of here, I have something I want to tell you. I was about to agree when a voice called my name from the doorway. Logan. I turned to see Chloe, looking like a ghost. Her eyes were completely bloodshot. I need to talk to you. I didn't want her disturbing Sophia, so I got up and followed her outside. Downstairs, in the hospital courtyard, Chloe just stared at me, her eyes red and raw. I was losing patience. I don't have much time. Say what you need to say. Logan. She suddenly grabbed my arm. Why did you stop? Why did you stop paying for me? I frowned and shook her off. You already know why. Her face twisted in a manic way as she shook her head. No, that's impossible. You're my simp. No matter what I did, no matter how many times I rejected you, you were never supposed to leave me. You were supposed to simp for me your whole life. You even died for me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. My blood ran cold. The original Logan died for her, but that was in the original book's ending. How could Chloe possibly know that? A wild idea sparked in my mind. Chloe, I said slowly, watching her expression carefully. You've been reborn, haven't you? The comment feed erupted. Well, why shit, I have goosebumps. The female lead is a regressor. Too bad she came back at the worst possible time. The hero is in jail and the simp has evolved. This is what you call karma. Sweet, sweet karma. Chloe's lips were pressed into a thin line. She didn't say a word. That confirmed it. She had come back from the future. If you've been reborn, then you should know exactly what you did to me. Chloe looked panicked. Logan, listen to me. I know I was wrong. I was so wrong. You were good to me, I know that now. I regret everything I did to you. Let's get together. I'll make it up to you. We can get married right now if you want. Anything you want, I'll do it. She looked at me with pleading eyes, her voice utterly desperate. Please, don't abandon me. I let out a cold laugh. It's too late, Chloe. People who betray trust don't deserve a second chance. And I never, ever go backward. She shook her head frantically. Logan, I really do love you. I was insecure before. I didn't think I was good enough for you. I stared at her, my expression like ice. You're right. You're not. Tears streamed down her face. I don't believe you, she wailed. Logan, you can't do this to me. When she saw I was still unmoved, her tone suddenly turned venomous. Logan, I know everything about you. If you abandon me, I will make your life a living hell. I couldn't help it. I started to laugh. Chloe, do you remember what I told you? We're not from the same world. She frowned. What do you mean? I mean, if I want to crush you, it'll be as easy as stepping on an ant. The color drained from her face. Just then, two large men in suits, security I'd had on standby, moved in and grabbed her. I gave them their instructions. This woman is clearly mentally unstable. Take her to a psychiatric hospital. Logan, you can't do this to me, she shrieked, struggling as they dragged her away. You're supposed to love me forever. This is wrong. This is all wrong. I shoved my hands in my pockets and turned back toward the hospital. In his past life, the original Logan was used up and cast aside by the main couple, left to die alone. In a way, I'd finally gotten his revenge. The comment feed erupted in cheers. Brutal. I love it. One in jail, one in a psych ward. This is the funniest ending for a main couple ever. I hope Logan and Sophia get their happily ever after now. After we graduated, Sophia and I got married. Our families were a perfect match. A union of two powerful dynasties. They went all out for the wedding. Every important person in the city was there. The whole event was spectacular. Right before I was about to walk down the aisle, one of my security guys informed me that Ryan Peterson couldn't handle the torment in prison anymore. He was dead. I raised an eyebrow. A wedding and a funeral. What a day for good news. What are you smiling about? Sophia whispered, slipping her hand into mine. I'm marrying you, I said. I'm happy. I squeezed her hand, and together, we walked toward the altar. This was our new beginning. And this time, I knew I would be happy forever. The comment feed exploded with digital fireworks. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Today is a good day. Wishing them a lifetime of happiness and 3 kids in 3 years.